Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be sharing my December setup. This month I decided to go for a snowy winter night theme. The thoughts I had going into this theme was that I wanted to have a window Dutch door that was looking from inside a room to the outside peaceful, beautiful, silent, snowy night. As almost always, I wanted to capture a feeling of coziness, and there's different types of cozy. This time, the type of cozy that I wanted to capture was that feeling that you get when you know that it's really cold, frosty, outside on a snowy winter night, yet you are safe and sound inside, warm, in a bright place, maybe cuddled up in a blanket, sipping on a warm drink, and looking outside at that very serene scene. And that serene scene that I wanted to show, I pulled from my memory of snowy nights, where whenever it snows, I feel like everything is lit with a soft shade of pink. And when I watch the snowfall, I feel like for a moment time slows and everything hushes. As I watch the snowflakes slowly fall, carried by soft gusts of wind, I feel lighter too. As if my worries and thoughts are also frozen in their tracks. It truly is the embodiment of winter magic. And I really hope to capture that feeling of peace, comfort, and weightlessness in this month's theme. There was a lot that I wanted to do to really show that theme and my thoughts and feelings with these memories of these winter snowy nights that I really enjoy, but I only had a little bit of time to work on this theme. So I did this whole setup, my cover page as well as my trackers and other pages all together in about 2 to 3 hours. And the reason why it was rushed is because I am going on vacation in a few days, and so I really wanted to finish this before I left. Therefore, going into this setup, I chose to keep things simple, just focus on the colors that I wanted to capture, which would be that soft shade of pink that lights up a winter night, as well as snow blanketing the entire scene, and I kept the rest pretty simple. I didn't include too much detail, just a couple trees here and there, and some clouds, as well as some sparkly stars and the moon, and some glow, as well as some Christmas decorations on a single tree, just to add some highlights. Although this setup was quite rushed due to being pressed for time, I actually felt like I really enjoyed painting this month. And I think it was because instead of feeling pressured from being rushed, I knew that I didn't have time to be perfectionistic and expect too much. Therefore, I was okay with more imperfections and really relaxed while painting. And truly, I was just very deep in the memories of those beautiful snowy nights. And so I just enjoyed the whole process. However, given more time, I would have loved to have added more paintings and more decorations to my month's spreads overall. For example, I would have loved to add an indoor scene as well on the other side of the window, but I had to keep it pretty simple due to the time constraints, as I mentioned. This time, instead of painting the Dutch door as I usually would, I used washi tape. So I used one of my washi tapes from Notebook Therapy to create a kind of wallpaper effect. I really love washi tape and I have collected quite a lot over the years, but I don't use it enough or really know how to use it well enough in my spreads, and I would love to learn to use it in a more versatile way and use it more often in my future spreads. Here you'll see me make a mistake in cutting too long of one of the panes of glass and realizing that and then taping it back on. Well, mistakes happen and we just have to roll with it. I decided to use washi tape for the window frames to try to be more versatile, like I mentioned, but also I figured it would help to secure the mistake that I made where one of the frames is falling off. It's not perfect. There are more mistakes that I make, such as me folding over the extra bits here, thinking that that would be easier, but then it turns out that because I didn't cut out both pages properly, you can see a bit of the washi tape when I glue the pages together, so I ended up having to remove some of them again. So all a matter of trial and error, and it's okay to make mistakes. We can always fix it. And here you see me glue in vellum paper for a frosted glass effect to give more of that wintry feel. And on this side, I normally would have painted another scene, but instead I glued in a different colored craft paper page and then stamped on a quote, a bit of poetry or prose, just some of my thoughts of the theme and what comes to mind as I worked on this theme. And on the other side of the Dutch door, I just stamped on a little calendar and drew in some lines for some simple notes, and I also added some stickers just for that extra sparkle. The rest of the month is kept super simple. As I had mentioned, the last few months have been, as I don't really have a lot of time to either decorate or really fill out that much, so I really keep it bare bones, and it's just a task list as well as a tracker for my daughter's solids, and that's it. So for this month, instead of really drawing in the trackers, I just used a bunch of stamps. It doesn't look the best, but I think it's still functional, and I think that will work for the month, and that's fine. And now for a flip through. Thanks so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. See you soon.